Assalamu alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum, peace. This is Tracy Lene Muhammad, and I wanted a few minutes of your very, very precious and valuable time to talk to you about how to get through when you don't even know how to get through. I wanted to give you some of the things that worked for me. Life offers us opportunities to grow, and it doesn't feel good. I mean, it can be very painful, but it's all in the verbiage. It's all in how you look at it and how you get through it. You can take a very positive attitude with it, or you can take a very negative attitude with it. And here's the thing, you're going to go through what you're going to go through because life has already decided that's the path you're on. These are the things that are on that path. I don't think that things are predestined so much as they are optional depending on the path you choose. So if you decide, like if you wanted to go to New York City and you wanted to take the Interstate 95, then you would expect to, on Interstate 95, come into traffic from Baltimore, from Philly, from Delaware, and those are really congested places. So you would expect slowdowns, perhaps accidents, perhaps roadblocks, all of those things, even though New York is the destination. So with life, if you have a goal that you want to reach, you will have setbacks. You will have sorrow. You will have moments where you go, oh my God, do I really want to do this? But it is up to you to decide if you truly want whatever it is that your heart is saying, I want. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you really do want it. You're just a little bit timid, or perhaps some things have happened that have made you question your very existence. That happens. In those cases, when you get into a spot where what you thought you knew, you don't know anymore, or who you thought you could trust, you can't trust anymore, it can be very daunting. And I'm going to tell you not to focus on it. You can Google Napoleon Hill and look at the 18 laws to success. You can look at Thinking How to Grow Rich. It's all on YouTube. And one of the major things he talks about is when you're looking for success, you cannot focus on anything that does not include that success. So if you fail at something, you just checked it off the list. Well, that didn't work, and don't try that again. Don't do that again. I'm pretty sure you know that the definition for insanity is someone doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. That is insanity. And that's not what this universe is set up for. We're not here to keep bumping our head against the wall. When you encounter something that's very difficult and getting up in the morning seems almost impossible, there's one thing that you can do. You can fall down on your knees and ask for divine help. It's always available, but you've got to want it. You can ask for it, the help is there, but you've got to take it. So when you ask for the divine help, you have to keep your mind and your ears and your heart open to receive it. When you're going through a difficult time and you just don't know how you're going to get through, take the focus off of that. Like, it's the difference between burying your head in the sand and acting like an issue doesn't exist and deciding to focus on something else until that clears itself up. And let me tell you the difference. When you bury your head in the sand and act like something doesn't exist, you're not trying to do anything to make that situation better. But when you decide, okay, I can't do anything about this situation, but I can do something about this situation, and you focus on the things you can do. When you use that serenity prayer, you know the serenity prayer where it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I can't change, the wisdom to know the difference, and the courage. It's not coming to me right now. God grant me the wisdom to change the things that I can't. You know, it's the serenity prayer, and it's escaping me because I'm filming. It may come back to me, but you know the serenity prayer. It's talking about courage to change the things you can, the wisdom to know the difference, and just the serenity to just accept it. If you can't do anything with it, just take your hands off of it. But let's say there's a situation that you've done all you can do. Now, that's the difference in burying your head in the sand, is you're not doing all you can do. When you've done all you can do, take the focus off of it. and start focusing on something else. And if every day you decide, okay, so I cannot do anything about this situation right now. I've done everything I can do. But if every day, let's say you like to knit. So pick a specific time every day and knit. That gives you something to look forward to. When you are in a space in life where you don't feel you have anything to look forward to, then you have to go within. And there has to be one thing you look forward to doing, and you do that every day. Try to do it at the same time to create the momentum in your brain to know this is coming. It's something to look forward to. Don't make it eating donuts. Don't make it eating cookies and pie and sitting down watching TV while you eat chips, because that's going to backfire on you and just blow you up and make you unhealthy. So make it something healthy. Choose a healthy choice that you can look forward to every single day, and something productive that could lead to something more. Like if you're a knitter, you can sit and knit some hats for the volunteer and give those hats to the children's hospital. You can knit a hat for the homeless shelters. You can knit hats to sell, but you look forward to it. So it takes your mind off of the situation that you can't do anything else about and places it on something that you can control. And the thing you can control is your mind. When you take control of your mind, the entire universe comes at your feet and says, how can I serve you? What is it that you want? Because the universe is here to serve us as we serve it. It is a give and take, the ebb and flow. We give, we take. Some of us are really good takers, and some of us are really good givers to the detriment of the other. And that's not balance. The balance comes in being able to say, I need some help. And the balance comes in being able to say, here's some help. Take this. Hoarding things it doesn't do anything. You're not going to be happy hoarding, especially when you try to hoard people. And what I mean by that is when you know a relationship is over, but you don't want them to find someone else, so you give them just enough to stay in your life. When they're about to leave, you do some grand gesture, and because they haven't found complete self-love and self-worth, they might fall for it a few times until they realize, I think I deserve better than this. I think I deserve somebody who's all in 100% of the time. People don't own people, so I'm not talking about possessing one another, but being 100% in, being available to that person as much as you can, having to compromise, because we shouldn't expect people to be available to us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The only person available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is you. You're available to you. That other people should have time that they could do some other things. One of the ways to access everything that you need to access, to know exactly what to do, you need a blueprint. When somebody is building a house, they have a blueprint for that house, where the garage is going to go, where the bedroom is going to go. They have a laid out plan. We had that. When we were born, the universe had things going on. The stars were in certain points, the planets were doing certain things, the sun, all of that was shaping us in that womb. When we came out, the energy, what was going on with energy, we all agree that everything is energy. So if everything is energy, when you came here, when you emerged from your mother's womb, whether it was by a C-section or a vaginal birth, there was things going on, and you took that first breath of this universe and you took it all in, and then you gave some of it back out when you exhaled. A natal chart will allow you to get in touch with everything in your houses. We have 12 houses. Now, I had a natal chart done back in March, and I can tell you that it made me so happy, with joyful tears, to see that some of the things that I felt were validated. Some of the situations that came in my life, to know that this person doesn't know me. Okay, so it can't be phony. She ain't Miss Cleo. She doesn't know me. She's just using charting with the stars and the way the altitudes and the longitudes and all that stuff. I don't understand them to do them, but I can point you in the right direction to an amazing woman who can do that's one of the best investments that you can make for yourself. you can make that investment. We invest, we buy whatever we, especially women, we have this need to have somebody else's name to make us feel validated. So we will give Michael Kors all of our money, but we won't invest in ourselves. So how about we invest in ourselves with a natal chart, understanding what's going on in all 12 of your houses. I have a stellium in my 12th house, and if you understand anything about that, then you will know that is why I have this need to serve, to do something for humanity. It's to suffer or serve, for me. And I've always known, I've helped people. I don't regret any of it, that have turned out to just really been shitty people. I still don't regret helping them because I knew I was supposed to help them. I knew that I was supposed to do everything I was supposed to do, and I never took the victim. Every time I help somebody, don't nobody help me, because I'm always getting help. When I tell you, I have never in my 50 years wanted for anything for real. I get everything I want, everything I desire. Anything that I don't get, it means I didn't need it and I really don't want it, because if I wanted it, I'd have went after it. So giving for me is second nature. Receiving was hard. It was hard. So the universe put me in a position where I had to do a lot of receiving because it was like a block. But once I went into the houses and I did the work, I am doing the work. This is a part of the work, understanding that a part of my gift is to talk, to teach, not stuff that I've made up, but stuff that's come through me. I've been blessed to come through 2 religions and really been committed to both of them. So I understand them both Islam and Christianity, 2 of the major religions, and understanding them and being able to extract from both of them those things that are so close to my heart, and then not only extracting them, but utilizing them in my life and hopefully helping other people understand how they can find that space for themselves. That natal chart was a lifesaver, because that natal chart allowed me to look at each of those houses and to know some of the stuff I knew I was dealing with. I knew it, I couldn't articulate it. And then when I saw it, I thought, oh my God, this is it. And then I could deal with it. I could break the chains of that poverty mindset that was passed on to me through my ancestors, through generation and generation and generation, because we never had anything. I could break that self-persecuting spirit because, I've been here many times before. I believe that I have. And if I came here and I was persecuted or I did some persecution, there's some things that didn't make sense on surface, but when I looked at that, the light bulb goes off. Well, that makes sense now. So understanding all of that, it's time for me to live my best life. It's time for me to literally hit that runway and take off. I decided that I wanted colors in my hair that represent fire, because my soul is on fire. I am literally so psyched about life and what it's offering, and I'm just like this ball of fire, this energy that wants to share. And I know that I'm not the only one sharing. There are some amazing people out there, but I'm amazing too. And so perhaps I resonate with your amazing, and they connect. I do so many things. I have so many talents, and I look in my 5th house, all of the talents that I have are right there. But the problem is I'm not consistent. Well, I wasn't consistent. I'm no longer going to be that. I would start something and be really good at it, and drop it later and go to something else and be really good at that, and drop it later. Not anymore. Now I'm going to be consistent. I'm not going to stop. I will be doing this. I will do a video a day until I don't have breath. And if I don't have but 15, 20 subscribers, doesn't matter to me. I will keep doing it because I know that I am here to serve. I am here to serve, not in a selfless way where I'm just walking around with raggedy shoes and woe is me. No, that's not me. I'm a glam girl. I love, love, love clothes and hair and light makeup, and I'm going to keep loving them. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to let anybody convince me that I don't love God if I love myself. Well, I am God, an expression of God. So loving me is loving God. Yes, it is. And loving yourself is loving God. So let's recap. If you're in a space where you don't know what to do when you wake up, when you don't even look forward to waking up in the morning, get something that's going to help you look forward to it. Take up a hobby. It doesn't have to cost. If your finances are super tight, then take up the hobby of reading, not Facebook or Instagram. Just go to the library and get a book. Or if you have a Kindle, just get a book and take up the hobby of reading things that uplift you. One hobby you can take up is going on YouTube and just sitting and listening to people with these high vibrational energies. They will pull you up. You and I both know that wherever you are, you pick up that energy. So why not be with them top hitters? Why not understand that if they can do it, so can you? You all are made from the same material. The DNA is different, which means the path will be different, but you still have greatness in you. You have kindness in you. You have joy in you. You have wealth in you. You have abundance in you. You have a healthy mind in you and a healthy spirit. You can achieve anything that you put your beautiful mind to. Understanding that there will be setbacks. Understanding that there will be some times when you feel like you're breathing underwater. But guess what? When you feel like you're breathing underwater, become a fish and breathe underwater. Whatever is happening in your life, handle it like the boss that you are. Don't focus on the negative. Decide to focus on the positive. Decide to only see God in people and only see God in yourself, and watch how your whole world changes. It's not Pollyanna. Your whole world will change. Sometimes people leave your life for good because they just haven't accessed the power of God in them and they're in your way. Let them go. Sometimes they may come back. Try to never say the word never. Try to leave that out of your vocabulary. My grandmother said to me many years ago, and tomorrow is her birthday, June 6th. Well, by the time you see this, it'll be June 6th. It's her birthday. My grandmother used to say to me, I was just talking, gossiping about what I wasn't going to do and how this person was this and this and this, and I ain't never going to do that. And I was about 15. And my grandmother looked at me and she said, Tracy, one day you're going to do a whole lot of those nevers that you never said you would do. And didn't understand it at the time, but as I got older and started doing those nevers, I recognized it. My grandmother has since transitioned in 2008 in her physical body, but when you look at me, you're looking at Nanny Dickerson. I look just like my grandmother, and it's an honor to look like my grandmother. So that's that. Get a natal chart done. That natal chart will allow you to open yourself up to possibilities and seeing things about yourself and making some real hard choices. Now, I have chosen to lose the 30 pounds. Well, now I had 40 to lose, so I got 32 left to lose to get me to my best weight. I made the choice to let go of foods that don't serve that purpose to get me to that, and I'm never going back to them. I'm doing the Audubon 30 challenge. I would love for you to join. It's not that expensive when you think about the things that you get in return. A healthier body, a healthier mind. If you're interested in it, please contact me, because I know it can help you like it's helping me. I am now 8 pounds down since the 23rd of May. And it's just from clean eating, and I'm not going to go back to eating doesn't serve me. So I will get to my goal weight, and that's where I will be until I take my last breath on this planet. I guarantee you that. With that natal chart, it is giving me a blueprint for the house that I live in, and it's making me know the floors that need to be renovated and the floors that are so amazing I want to live in those longer. All of that. And you should do the same thing to allow yourself the freedom to be who you are. Just remember, no matter what happens in your life, you can always press reset. You can always start over. You can always win, because you're a winner. Have an amazing, amazing day. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, hotep, shalom alaikum, peace out to Brooklyn and everywhere else.